a little bit. Can y'all hear it?
Right, that'll work. All right, y'all, come on in. Come on in. We getting started.
All right, y'all. So we was just gonna play our little intro music to get started. Well, this is the More About Something podcast, and I am Jay Terry or Tashi Terry, again, whichever y'all prefer to call me. And I'm the owner of Perfectly Brown. If you didn't catch it last time, I'm also one of the hosts of the More About Something podcast. If you want to reach out to me, you can contact me at www.perfectlybrown.com, or you can follow us on Instagram for _ I am perfectly brown _ Neva.
Hi, everybody. I'm the co-host. Again, for those of you who are just joining, I am at home for this session. I didn't get to make it to the studio today. I'm at home. But I'm Neva Bridge, of course. I am.
It's freezing. Can y'all hear her? Can y'all still hear her?
Hello. Y'all come on in.
Can y'all hear us fine?
Yeah, can everybody hear us? Just somebody type real quick. Make sure y'all can hear both of us since we are in the same space this time. We just want to make sure everybody can hear us okay.
Well, I can hear you fine.
Okay, cool. And I can hear you too. So, all right. Thank you. Thank you, Keisha.
Okay. So, did you give them your website and your Instagram handles?
I did. Once again, that's www.mypathtopeace.com. For those of you who are not already connected with me on Facebook, go ahead and send me a friend request. We can now, but at first we couldn't even. Oh, I apologize for those who couldn't hear me. But y'all can hear me now, right?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Alrighty.
All right.
And then
So,
we'll put our information below as well. We'll put our contact information below for those of you who missed it.
and it's also, if you saw the post that we shared earlier, all of our information is in there as well. So, we have two special guests today. We have Naisha and we have Marcus McMillan. Woo! So today we're going to talk about marriage. But before we get into discussion and the topic of today, we have Neva's positive affirmation for today.
Yay! So normally I would read out of the Iyanla Vanzant book, but I don't have that handy right now. And actually, I was going to switch it up a little bit today anyway, because the lesson for me for these past maybe 5-6 days has been transparency. So the first thing I want to talk about is just being transparent, and it'll kind of trickle over into our topic for today. Because I know our guests are going to be transparent and letting us know how marriage works and the ups and downs. But as far as me, the thing with transparency on my end, I'm learning this week, it's okay like to share your truth, to live your truth. A lot of healing comes from that, but then too, a lot of help comes from that. So many of us, we walk around like we got it all together, and we don't have nothing going on. Everything is just perfect, but you may have certain issues underlying, or just have a lot of stuff going on, and you don't want to share that with nobody, or you don't want nobody worried about you. But I feel like the key to healing and liberation is just being transparent in your story. And I actually was a little transparent today in my previous post. I just talked about my healing process from my accident and how I couldn't even wipe my own butt for a while. And that was like, nobody really knew that, but I was okay with sharing it, because to know that I came from that, not being able to do like 95% of my everyday activities, getting dressed, showering, none of that. I couldn't do that alone. And now I can. And it was so bad to where I throughout your day to day and just your everyday life. Be transparent. Like, don't be worried about judgment or people talking about you. Just be transparent. And like I said, we got two awesome guests today. I know that they're going to be transparent with their journey and what they've been through and how they keep their marriage fresh and alive. So I'm really looking forward to that. But again, as you go through your journey, just remember transparency. Being transparent and being open. I feel like that helps a lot with your healing process. And just because you ain't got to keep up with nothing if you're being transparent. You be like, oh, well, I'm telling my real life, so I ain't got to put on a facade or act like something is what it ain't. So, transparency.
Thank you very much, sis.
You're welcome.
All right, so our word of the day is celebrate. Celebrate.
Oh, that's a new one. I've never heard that.
So this is a verb that means to think deeply about something or to ponder. So we're going to say that, you know, you have to have the chance to celebrate when it comes to marriage. Like, you really have to think about that and think about the person that you're with and think about, is this really the right move for you? So we have a couple that made the right moves, and you know, it's not always easy in a relationship or specifically in a marriage. So we have them today, and we want them to talk to you guys about their marriage and this marriage in general, and just give people who don't believe in marriage anymore, just give them some tips or give them some hope. And also just give advice to people who are currently married or looking to rekindle their marriage or looking just to date each other again. If y'all see me throw a shoe across the room, it's because Onyx in the room. So
Leave out there if you're alone.
he in here playing. But yeah, so we're gonna bring Naisha and Marcus on.
Because you can't have them on while I'm on, right? So
Right.
I'll pop off and let them come in.
Okay.
All right, guys. Bye. I'm still going to be on here. So questions, concerns, comments, put them in the comment box. I'm still on here, guys. We letting our guests come on now. Bye.
All right. Let's get Naisha or Marcus. Which one of y'all want to be on? Okay, let's see. We at Naisha right now, y'all. Hey guys! All right, so protocol. We want y'all to tell the people who you are one by one, and then tell us who you are together. Make sure you shout out your business as well, because we support Black businesses. All right, Naisha, you want to go first?
Sure. My name is Naisha Ham McMillan, and I go by Nene Terry. For those of you who might not know that, I'm Nene Terry. That's my pen name. I use that in writing or Facebook, Instagram, you name it. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Keisha. So, I'm the owner. Well, my husband and I both own Marty Enterprises. It's a LLC company that is comprised of several businesses. The ones that I manage are the Social Discourse, which is an upcoming TV show that we will be shooting. We are in the production phase of it right now, and I'm excited about that. When we film, it's going to be on Fox Network, so you can find us on Fox Network in the 3 contiguous states of the South here: South Carolina, North Carolina, and Georgia. Let's see what else I do. Oh, I own Belle Fash, a boutique which sells female clothes, mainly females. I was selling bow ties, but I passed that on to my brother. So in addition to that, I have several short stories that I wrote. I wrote a short story compilation. It's called Mirage. I did not publish my book, but some of y'all have already read a copy of it because I posted it, but I'm too scared to publish it, to be honest with you. But anyway, that's just a little bit about myself. Hey, Kendrick.
Hey, behind me. Hey, Kendrick.
My brother. And my husband.
And I'm Marcus McMillan. Of course, her husband. Some people call me Mac, Big Mac. But my business pretty much is graphic designs and shirt production. So I do anything from car decals, license tags, logos, making custom shirts, business cards, pretty much whatever art. If it's pencil drawing, whatever it is, anything art related. That's me. And then she didn't say it, but she also helps a lot with Marnie Designs. That's my business. That's my secretary.
Yeah.
She keep me straight.
What's the website?
And I love lipstick, by the way. So y'all might see me putting this on a few times throughout the video because I can't feel like it's like right now. This is a new color, so it matches my skin. And this is my favorite one today with the blush color shirt, and I got the shoes that match. But yeah, I love. Hi, we got people in Raleigh on here.
Hi, everybody that's joining.
Tyra.
All right, y'all. Make sure y'all give them your website so they can figure out where Marnie Designs is.
Well, you can find Marnie Designs on Facebook, facebook.com/Marnie Designs, and Instagram. And we will, Marcus, put it in there. Marcus will comment his Facebook page down here so y'all can see it. And me, my boutique is mkt.com/Belfast. It used to be Belfast.com, but I didn't pay for the domain name this year. So I'm I lost it, but I'm gonna get that back real quick. And you can find a lot of my journalism work, stuff that I've written. I've done some interviews on camera with some celebrities. You can find it on my website at NeneTerry.com, which my husband put that in there too. NeneTerry.com is where you can find videos on camera. You can find articles. I actually have an article about Neva and Kendrick on there as well. I don't think I finished it yet, but yeah. Yes. Yep. But that's who we are. Together we make up Marnie Enterprises, Big and Nene. We also have a blog called The Big and Nene Experience. We travel to different states. We try to do 2 different states and 2 different countries every year, and we just write about our experiences. And we like to try new restaurants, so you can find new restaurants. You can find reviews of those. You can find some adventure and fun, and just different things that we have done together as a couple and as a group. Because JoJo and Neva are part of the Passport crew.
Because we travel.
Stamps together, you know what I'm saying? I'll put the blog site on there so you can find the Big and Nene Experience.
All right. So let's jump into our topic of today, which is marriage. So I know you told us some of the story of how y'all met. You want to tell the viewers how you guys met?
Well, it's a little different. I'll let her go ahead and tell the story, and then I'll tell my personal story.
Okay, so we met at Francis Marion University. I was a freshman and he was a junior, I think. I think it was going into his junior year because he elderly and stuff, So we
Shot.
So we was at Francis Marion and we had a computer science class together, which was too advanced for me. I was supposed to take 150, but they put me in 190, and so I didn't. I walked in class the first day and I saw him sitting at the back of the class, and I was like, "Dang, he's real cute. I'm gonna go sit next to him." It was me and this girl named Cherry. I don't even know what Cherry is these days. So I sat beside him, and I was just, being extra, coming into class late every day so I could be seen. So I could be seen, right? And so one day, I came to class super late, and he was standing outside by the fountain at Francis Marion. And he was like, hey. He didn't call my name, y'all. He just called me a girl. So I'm sitting here like, who is this? But ain't nobody walking across the yard but me. So I was like, me? Oh, and I had on my favorite red and white striped shirt, y'all, with my blue jeans with the patches on them. So
That was your lucky
I
shirt.
walked across the fountain and I'm with him. And I was like, hey, he was like, hey, class canceled today. And I was like, for real? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, dang. I said, well, listen, you did that project that we had to do because I had some problems with it. I just wanted to get him to my room, y'all. So it worked because he came to my room and he helped me with that project that I think I got a D on. And you passed it though. You got to see, right?
How you get a D?
We ain't got no A on it, I'll tell you that much. I got a D. But I got him to my room, and at the end of the day, that was my ultimate goal.
Little fast tail.
But listen, I'm gonna tell the truth though. I had saw him in my dream a long time ago. When I didn't know it was him, but I saw somebody that looked like him in my dream a long time. Thank you for telling me, because I'm gonna keep this G rated. Because I was about to be a little ratchet, but I ain't gonna do it.
She gonna be over there like
Hey,
TT.
Nana, love you. TT, love you, baby. Tell your words.
Tell your story, Marcus.
What had happened was like she said, she used to come to class late every day, but she didn't pay no attention. She never like she knew I existed.
I believe Marcus already.
She knew I was in that class, but I did yell across the yard when I saw her going because she had a bright red and white shirt on. The only thing walking across the yard, I did yell at her and tell her we had class that day, and I knew something up though. She thought she would put game on me by her homework. Yeah, we could do homework. In reality, she already had the work done, and I already had my
I already had it done.
I had my work done. So we just went and just kicking and whatnot.
Yeah, we kicked it all right. I mean, yeah, we kicked.
PG, please.
Yeah, we kicked it. We watched Chronicles of Narnia.
So, what was the first date like?
What was the first date like? What's our first date like? Oh, we went to a football game. That was our first real date.
Homecoming game.
We went to a homecoming football game. My sister was running for homecoming queen that year, and they actually gave it to a white girl because it was her turn. And where I grew up at was like 1 year it's a black girl that wins queen, and 1 year it's a white girl that wins queen, then a black, then a white. They don't really care how many votes you get. So my sister had the most votes, but they gave it to a white girl, so everybody was a little bit upset. But it was a white girl turn to win. She was white that year. But anyway, so at the homecoming game, let me tell y'all. See, we had just been talking like on the phone. We was just like, hanging out, going to the movies every now and then, stuff like that. We weren't really like boyfriend and girlfriend, but we did boyfriend and girlfriend stuff. So at the homecoming game, we was walking around the school, and I was trying to put my hand in his pocket. He didn't want to be affectionate because he was like, he ain't trying to be held down. He didn't want to hold my hand. So I forced my hand in his pocket. I made him hold my hand. And that night, he asked me to be his girlfriend. We went to IHOP. And we ate at IHOP that night with the whole family. And everybody fell in love with him. And that night, he asked me to be his girlfriend.
Oh.
So I would say that's our first real date because that's kind of what made us official.
Okay. So, next question. How soon did y'all talk about marriage?
Okay. First off, marriage was not even a question. Neither one of us wanted it. I thought I was going to be the auntie that had all the men, and every Thanksgiving she had a different boyfriend.
That was you.
That's who I thought I was going to be. I didn't have any plans to get married because I wanted to play. You know what I'm saying? I still wanted to
Explore.
thought.
Still wanted to explore and live life.
Transparency.
I never thought I was gonna get married either. I didn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about that. I was just kind of just kicking it, chilling.
They laughing at us. Hey y'all, I see some of my family watching, so I'm gonna keep it clean because I see my family together.
I mean, it's y'all story.
It was never a question when we first got together.
Okay. So,
To answer your question, to go back and answer your question in a sense, it was probably about maybe 2 to 3 years after we officially dated that we kind of started talking about marriage.
okay.
We started dating in October of 2006.
Mm-hmm.
In 2008, it was around the time that we kind of discussed it, and he gave me a promise ring. And he gave me a promise ring at Thanksgiving dinner at his parents' house. And so I took the promise ring, and I knew then, like, okay, so this right here is, we grown now, we for real now, like we finna do some things. So I took the promise ring, and then he eventually proposed at another homecoming football game.
Y'all in them football games, boy.
I know, I hate football.
But that's y'all signature now.
Yeah.
So how long was it between the promise ring and the engagement ring?
About a year.
About a year.
I think it was about a year. He gave me the promise ring, and about a year later, he proposed. Now, when he did propose, I gave him a condition. The condition was I had to graduate from from college first, because I promised my dad that I would finish college before I even thought about getting married, anything like that. My college degree has my dad's last name on it.
Okay.
So that was one of the conditions. I'm gonna marry you, but it ain't gonna be no time soon, because I need to graduate from college first, and that was a priority in my family. Black community, we're not used to seeing too many people graduate from college like that, so that was kind of a big deal, and it was important for me to have my dad's last name on that
degree. Makes sense. When did you guys start living together?
When we started living together. The reason why I'm laughing is because I was a rebellious child, so I ran away from home.
Okay.
A lot. And we started living together because I would run away from home. Like, my mama would make me mad, and I was like, I ain't staying here tonight. Marcus, what you doing? Can you come pick me up? So he would come from Florence, because he had an apartment off campus. So he would come pick me up. I would have like suitcases and hampers full of clothes. So my rebellious ways is kind of what forced us into a living situation, but it was never permanent. We always pretty much had our own space. So if he ever got, made me mad or something, I could go back home.
Right.
To my parents' house, I went back home to my parents, but not because they made me mad, but I usually went back. And then I got my own apartment, which was like around the corner from his. So his building was like right here. My building was like a little further back. So we both had an apartment in the same complex. So we were both paying rent.
Yeah, so you still had your own space.
We had our own space. Yeah.
So how does being in two different spaces kind of impact the relationship?
I think it yes. Mainly it impacted it financially, only because we were spending $600 a month in rent in his place, $600 a month in rent in my place. So that's $1,200 a month when we were staying the night at each other's apartment all the time. We may as well have moved in together, which we still didn't do that yet. But I had two roommates, and he was by himself. So my rent was, but my roommates were never there because one of them was pledging, and the other one, she had a boyfriend that had his own place. So I pretty much had a 3-bedroom apartment to myself for the most part. And he was always there. So he was paying rent at his spot but never staying there. So if anything, the impact that it had on it would have been finances, because we were spending so much money in rent. But back then, when you in college, the only bill you really got is rent.
Yeah.
So we weren't really worried about car payment, insurance, all that. We weren't worried about the rest of it. So we had the money to blow. We didn't have grown people bills. I was still on my dad's health insurance,
Me too.
So we had grown up bills back then. So it really wasn't even.
Well, you did.
Yeah, I did. It really wasn't even a big impact. But I will say this: it taught me certain things about him, like with the toothpaste, for example. And I know this might be minor. This might be minor to some people, but I'm the type of person that I like to squeeze my toothpaste from the bottom of the tube all the way up to the top. He squeezed right in the middle, and little stuff like that. So it taught me a lot about the type of person that he is, and when he's living in his own space, how he does things and how he puts certain things in certain places. Where his cups go is different from where my cups go.
Right.
Like his cups are where my plates are in the cabinet. Little stuff like that, because I might open this one expecting a plate, and it's like, why cups in here, But it's a spot, so I can't really say much. So little stuff like that will make a difference in your relationship if you're not careful, especially with the toothpaste. Because if you got like ADHD or something, what do they call it? OCD? If you OCD and you can't see the middle of a tube squeeze, especially if it ain't even, it messes with your head. So little stuff like that can make a difference in your relationship. Real talk. Like, you might not think about it, but it will make a difference. So if we didn't live together beforehand, that probably would have ticked me off.
Yeah.
So
that's what some people got a thing where they don't recommend or they say people shouldn't shack. But I said you should. Just to see what you're getting. It's like a car. You test drive a car. You don't go just go. I'm gonna go a lot by the BMW without even seeing like BMW. Like how I know I can deal with her. Maybe she have
Like I take my wig off all the time. Y'all know I take my wig off on live sometimes. Well, I ain't got it on right now, but when I would have my straight long wig, I would snatch that thing off. And okay, we got these big round posts on.
She ain't got no wig on right now.
We have this big round post on our bed, so I would stick the wig on.
If that's something that bothers me, I start, marrying her and that kind of doing a thing like this another person.
You're like, what the hell is this? I agree. Cause I swear, like, you don't know somebody till you live with them. And that's the God honest truth. It don't matter who it is. Cause if they have some traits that you figure out you can't deal with after you get married, you're gonna be like, oh shit. How I'm gonna make it through this.
Right.
Yeah, cause
so it's very important that you test the waters first. Like he said, you don't just go to a lot and say, I'm gonna buy that BMW, give me the keys. You test drive it first.
Vroom vroom.
Relationship. Oh.
So what do you suggest to people that are thinking about combining households? Like, what do you tell them going in? Like, just to be an open person about it? What advice?
About the what?
Combining households.
What are something like combining? Oh, yeah, I would say, being open-minded, being compromising, because that's important altogether. Relationship and a marriage, being able to compromise, because you will find out, and really you'll find out a lot of stuff you probably have in your household when you're trying to combine with somebody else is a bunch of junk, really. And you should have been got it written up before you've been in a relationship, but it's just stuff that just been there just to be there. So
what are you?
Like
He's a hoarder.
Receipts. This man got receipts for 2004.
He sound like my daddy.
So you don't.
no.
But
They come in handy too now.
They do come in handy sometimes. With that being said, though, he's right. When combining a household, like let's say for instance, I got a living room set. He got a living room set. I have a big screen TV. He has a big screen TV. We can't have two living room sets in a house that only has one living room. So you gotta be willing to compromise. Like, who's is going to be donated to somebody and who's are we keeping? Stuff like that. We don't have any of the furniture that we had. We don't have any of that. We got all. It's not new, but it's new to us. Everything that we have here right now is new to us. So, but you definitely got to be, willing to compromise, especially with combining houses.
Okay, Marcus, I want to ask you this question. How did you know that Naisha was the one?
Let's see. I don't know. It just I guess it was like a certain feeling I had, and then with being with her, I see a lot of potential. Like everybody had their certain things that are stuck in their ways. Of certain, they got their things they probably won't change or break a bend on. But being with her, certain things she probably say, "Well, I'll never do this," or "I won't do that." She eventually did it, or she compromised a lot of stuff. So, I think during our friendship and then our relationship, I saw changes and a lot of potential stuff. I say, well, I know with time, I'm gonna take in consideration this is going to be at this, maybe it's right here right now, but after a while, it's gonna be at a certain level, and then we can be both. We probably be off a little bit, but we'll both eventually get to an agreement in a certain level in a relationship. So, but other than that, it just was it was certain things that she did. Then I was like, okay, she might be gonna be somebody wife out.
All right, Naisha, same question.
My grandma watching.
Same question, Naisha. How did you know Marcus was the one?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I had already saw it because I am an empath, and so sometimes God shows me certain things. And even though I try to turn a blind eye to it, and it's like, that ain't for me. That must be somebody else's message. Eventually, God is like, God, do I need to knock you upside your head with a sign? So I don't know how to say it, but I was very selfish in the beginning of our relationship. Like, there were times when, like, he would do something that would get on my nerves, and I would take my engagement ring off and throw it, and like, I don't want to get married to you no more. Nope, I'm not doing it. I'm done. And it would be petty stuff. Like, if I told y'all some of the stuff, you'd be like, girl, you gotta be the dumbest. Like, it might have like pots and stuff. It might be something to do with the pots. He got mad because I scratched up the pot. Like, why you scratch the pot? Don't use that. When I get mad with him, because it's a pot. We can buy a new pot. I don't care if it's scratch resistance or whatever. And you're not supposed to use a fork on them and stuff like that. So if he got mad about that, I would throw the ring. Like, little petty stuff, like, for real, it was petty. And Kendrick can attest to some of my stupid pettiness because he's witnessed it. So I was very selfish in the beginning of our relationship, but then eventually it was just like, girl, you got a good man. You better act together, because he reminded me so much of my dad. Like, I always said that if I ever got married, I would want to marry a man that has some of the same qualities as my daddy, because my daddy puts my mama first and me and my sister. Like, there was nothing that my daddy wouldn't do for us. I have seen my daddy ready to quit his job to fight somebody who was trying to holler at me as a child. Like, real talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the way that I saw my daddy, like, keep us covered and kept us under his wing, he made sure we were very well taken care of. I always wanted a man like that. And he did that. He was that for me. And I think so. Yeah. And I remember one time I had gave him his ring. He looked me square in my eyes and he said, Naisha, this is the last time you give me this ring back, because I promise you, if you do it again, you ain't getting it back. We're not gonna get back together if you give me this ring back again. Now I'm gonna give it to you now, but this is the last time. I'm telling you. And y'all, my heart was racing. And I was like, he's for real. I ain't gonna do that no more. So I had to grow up. I grew up real quick. And that's what it was all about. Growth. We both grew up together. And there were some qualities in him that I was like, I got
Shut up, Neva.
I got to stick around with this.
Look at your sister. It's okay, sis. I've been deboed before too. It's okay. Okay, so tell me about when you said I do. What made you say I do? Or is this the same thing we just talked about?
I said I do under another condition. Because, like, when he asked me to marry him, I said yes under one condition. When we said our vows, I said I do with a condition, even then. So I got all these conditions, right? My condition was that I had to keep my daddy's last name. Because he wanted me to have his last name, so I hyphenated it. So my last name is Ham-McMillan. Super long for no reason, but it is what it is. My daddy wasn't gonna have it no other way. So when we got married, and we actually said we're gonna put our name on this paper, my parents were out of the country at the time, and we snuck it in the living room. We had my cousin. We had already been taken married. We had already did marriage counseling for like 6 months. Was it 6 months or a year?
I don't think a year.
I think it was probably about 6 to 8 months we did marriage counseling, which is necessary. I don't care what nobody say. Take your behind the marriage counseling. I don't care, and don't let it be somebody that is going to be biased against our relationship.
A neutral
let
party.
Somebody neutral, doesn't have favoritism no way or the other. Go to marriage counseling. So our marriage counselor, who was a pastor, came to the house when my mom and daddy was in Jamaica, and we signed the marriage license.
Did you still hyphenate it?
Yeah, I got my name hyphenated.
Your daddy was gonna get y'all.
It's still my name's still hyphenated.
All right now. So, do y'all feel like you lost anything saying I do? Do you feel like you lost anything when you got married? This fool done pulled out her license.
Um, no, I don't. I don't think I've lost anything. If anything, I guess in a sense, I gained things.
Do tell.
Because I mean, I tell people that ask me like, I don't think it should be no difference than when you was dating boyfriend girlfriend until you get married. And there should be a difference. You shouldn't lose anything. It should be the same. Like everybody is like, how you feel now that y'all married, or stuff like that. I was like, I feel the same. It's just legally done. We did it in front of people, but it's like nothing changed. We still growing together. We still, in a sense, falling in love with each other. So it's nothing that really. It's okay. It's nothing that changed with being married. We didn't lose anything. To answer your question.
I agree. We didn't lose anything. A lot of people think that you lose your freedom and you can't do this no more, you can't do that no more. But even Neva, you and Joe, y'all already know I still do girls' night. Like we celebrated New Year's, an actual big holiday in Myrtle Beach without the guys. It was just the three of us. We had an amazing time. But people think that once you get married, you can't do this no more, you can't do that no more. I still do girls' night. I still do little ladies' night or whatever. We still travel. Huh? Oh yeah. I got a group of married women who are coming over this weekend, and we're actually going to discuss marriage and different things in our marriage and stuff like that. But I honestly didn't lose a thing. I didn't lose nothing at all except maybe my parents, because right now instead of putting them first, I put him first. And that's what a marriage is supposed to be. A lot of people didn't debate. When you get married, who comes first, the wife or the mom? Your wife comes first. I don't care. It's no debate. It's no question about it. Your wife comes first. And in all actuality, if you want to be technical about it, the wife comes before the children, too. The wife comes before anybody. So it's the man and God, and then it's the wife. Everything else is after her. God is first, and then the wife. Everything else is behind. It's after that. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to put your wife and your husband first. He comes before anybody except God. God comes first, and then him.
Okay.
So
good point.
We lost the ability to put our parents in the forefront of our relationship, which they don't really matter much. I love my parents to death, and I love his parents to death too. But at the end of the day, this is us. Kendrick, to go to
All right, so let's talk about recreating love in the marriage, because sometimes in any relationship we have communication breakdowns, we have sex breakdowns, we have breakdowns, period. So how do you recreate the love to stay in love with the person that you committed to for the rest of your life?
I would say we still go on dates. Like old-fashioned dates, like go out to eat,
get dressed up.
Yeah, get dressed up a little bit, go to the movies. Go to the lake, park or something like that, just chill and talk. We still do some of the old-fashioned dates, because especially with us, with her being a busy person, well, both of us being a busy person, between the business we have and a 9 to 5 and the organization we with, stuff like that, it's easy we can get consumed by everything outside the house.
Right.
So with me, the power I have, I can actually do my own schedule. So I always call her like, what we got going on next week, or what you doing next week, and I'll just make arrangements to have a certain day off. Like I have one day out of the weekend off, one day out during the week off, and then we,
that's our day.
Yeah, we have the day that we spend together. Nobody, we won't entertain nobody else. It's just
phone
us.
Calls, no texts. We put our phones on silent, and it's just us. And I feel like that's where a lot of people, that's where the disconnect is in a relationships, they constantly got their phones in their hands like all the time. Like we've been on dates when we go out to eat and stuff. We put our phones on silent and the phones are off the table. And if they on the table, they face down so we can't see nothing, no notifications that's popping up. So we still go, like you said, we still go on dates and stuff. I get dressed up, I do my hair, I put on makeup sometimes, with lipstick, and I get cute for my husband, for real. I really do. This ain't no facade. And people who know us personally, they know that if Marcus is off, don't call my phone because I'm not going to answer. Oh no, Marcus is off the day. Marcus off tomorrow, so call me tomorrow. If you want to talk, call me today or the next day. But when he's off, or if I'm off, and we're all together, it's just our time. What it took to get there. It took
to get her.
What it took to get her. Oh.
So he's basically saying do the same things that you did to get her to keep her.
Oh yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's they say keep doing what you've been doing to get her, do that to keep her. But
it's cheaper to keep her.
Like he still pays me to get my nails and toes done and stuff. I be like, Marcus, and this is how I do it, because sometimes he don't be paying attention. He don't really care, because I keep my nails super short all the time anyway. But sometimes I'll be real extra with, of my affection, and just I scratch his back like, you don't feel, hey, I need something on my nails, because you can't even feel me scratching your back.
She giving hints.
He just told me a little change. Yeah. Yeah, so little cute stuff like that. I think it's very cute though. But I've spoken to a lot of people who are married, and like we said in the beginning, we've been together for 12 years, so we ain't new to this, but we true to this. But we're not new to this relationship thing. It took a lot of sacrifice. It took a lot of growing. It took a lot of self-reflection. Like Neva like to say, you have to take a look in the mirror and self-reflect sometimes. It took a lot of self-reflection. Like, Naisha, girl, if it was the other way around, how would you feel? You gotta do a lot of self-reflection, for real.
Yeah.
Oh, and the other thing too, we still flirt. Like how you probably did.
Oh yeah.
In school, you'd be like, "Ooh, you look good, girl. I like how those jeans look." Different. So we still flirt, like throughout the day. If I get up and get dressed for work, and she's like, "Ooh, you look sexy. Who you going to see today?" Stuff like that. Or we do a little child stuff. Like I'll probably send her a text or say little stuff to her, like it's not her. I'll say like, yeah, I got me a hot date tonight, probably about 8:00. I get home and change her clothes, and I say, yeah, she's something serious now. She bad.
Yup, she does that.
She'll play along. She'll play along like it's not her. Like we just do little stuff like that, but just keep it in there, entertainment.
But
and
that's
y'all know
dope.
he is entertainment.
Yeah. Him and Kendrick.
Yes.
So when has there been a time that communication broke down and you guys had to actually sit down and talk it out with each other despite being mad at one another?
This is and I'm about to start crying because I'm thinking about it.
Don't cry.
In 2015, we went through a lot. We lost our nephew, Neva's son. I almost lost my life 3 times that year. Twice in January and then another time in August. And I think that because emotions were at an all-time high for the whole family, I mean, everybody was like on the fritz. Like, I mean, because it was so unexpected. It just came out of the blue. Not only did we lose our nephew, but my cousin got married on my birthday that same year. So I lost the cousin and the nephew. And that year was just hard. And I felt like he was pushing me away. And I had to sit down with him and I was like, listen, something got to give. Because I don't feel like we're as close as we used to be. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like he's pushing me away. And in reality, he was still grieving because that was his nephew. I mean, I keep saying our nephew, but that's his brother's son. And I guess it hit him, it hit me hard, but it hit him real hard. Because that was his first blood, like his first blood, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it basically. And I didn't move. People thought I was paralyzed. Someone thought I was dead, but praise the Lord, I'm still here. And he felt like at any moment I could have left, and I don't think he wanted to be as attached to me. So the way he coped with it was like, well, let me not get too close. Let me try to detach myself so that if something happens to her, I'm gonna be okay. And that wasn't the right way to do it. But he didn't know, because that was new for all of us. He said you forgot your question.
What do you?
Communication.
Oh, yeah.
When communication breaks down.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm gonna go back a little bit before that because, of course, all y'all who know Naisha, she's very vocal and she expresses herself. I express myself too, which I can't. It's just mine's sometimes a little harsh, and I don't know how to water it down sometimes. But communication was kind of like my issue, even at the beginning of our relationship. She had to kind of. That's one of the things I had to work on, and she kind of helped me work on communicating because a lot of things I had my own ways of dealing with stuff, and I didn't really communicate effectively at the early stages. But after that little hiccup, like she said, 2015 probably was the biggest year because, like she said, the beginning of the year was when she almost lost her life, and then like not so long after that, I lost my nephew. And then later that same year, like a week, 2 weeks before Christmas, my granddad died. And although I do have two granddaddies, in reality, one of them wasn't even present in my life. So I really only had one granddad, and he was, that was a lot of wisdom. That I used to get. Now, somebody I was real close to, because I was real close to my granddad. So when with all that year, it was
a rough year.
Tougher than usual. It was 2015 was the roughest year, even though I lost a lot of people, friends and relatives and stuff. But 2015 was just rough, and I didn't know. I guess I had a communication issue or whatever. We had communication issues until I saw I was expecting her because her attitude changed, and then we actually talked about it. She told me how she felt like as far as being pushed off and stuff. So I didn't know because I just thought I was normal for the most part. And, sometimes, of course, I've been a little emotional because of what happened. But I didn't know it was that bad until we actually sat down and she told me how she was feeling. And I had to, like she said, need to say, self-reflect, like sit and think about it. Like, well, yeah, maybe I am, doing this certain way or doing this that way. I need to, change it accordingly.
Now, speaking of Neva, we're going to go back to something she said in the beginning of the podcast. Neva, you in this podcast, girl. You might not be on the video.
But you in there.
She said you have to be transparent. And when you're married to somebody, you can't beat around the bush and say, you have to just be transparent. Just call a spade a spade. It is what it is. If I was to tell him, I don't know, I just feel different. It just feels like something is different. Well, what's different? Can you give me an example? You have to be transparent. I can't expect him to read my mind and know what I think is different because he don't know. And if I don't say something and I'm not transparent about how I'm feeling, I can't expect him to understand or even try to fix the issue because he don't even know what it is.
Right.
So you have to be transparent in a marriage as well.
Okay. So tell me how you guys show gratitude to one another. PG, please.
It can be as simple as just saying thank you or I appreciate you or things like that, because you can get kind of complacent or comfortable and used to she's supposed to do that, he's supposed to do that, but that may be true to a certain extent, but still just to hear words like I appreciate you being there for me, I appreciate you cooking, I appreciate you cleaning, I appreciate you going to get give me money to get my nails done, whatever it is, just a simple every once in a while, like I appreciate that. that's one way. Or just like she said, she can have, women, y'all have your own money, y'all working, y'all get your own money, but things like a spa day, give you money for spa day, or giving this one money so she can go get a bunch of crab legs.
We know that's her Jones right there.
Yeah, so it could be some everything. That's some of the things. So it's just something to whatever makes that person happy. Like it really not about money with her. Just the thought of a lot of things. Something she like to do is she like to go get her nails done, like to eat crab legs. That's always a way to
my heart.
Gratitude, and she'll be so happy. It's like, oh, thank you, baby. I appreciate that.
And it's when he do stuff out of the blue too. That's just like, oh snaps, I still got it. But one of the ways that I show him gratitude is whenever I tell him like I appreciate you for this, and I try to be as specific as possible whenever I say what I appreciate for him, because you could be vague, but in relationships you don't want any ambiguity. You want to be straightforward, with everything. So even when I'm expressing gratitude or I'm thanking him or showing my appreciation, I'm specific with it. And sometimes I give him like massages, and he loves my massage job. And I give him like a back massage, and I'm gonna keep it PG, but I give him a penis massage. And if you have never
look at his face,
a penis massage, you don't know what people do. I didn't say the D word. If you've never seen a penis massage before, I need you to look it up. And honey, let me tell you, women, it will change your man's whole life. I promise you. I'm telling you what I know. Make them toes curl for real. You ain't got to.
Go ahead and put it in the bottom. Go ahead, put it in the bottom so people can look it up later. I can't.
You gotta do little stuff like that to spice it up. You know what I'm saying? Spice it up.
All right, so tell me, do you all have gender roles?
Girl, I don't even know what that means.
Okay.
I cook, I clean, I do the dishes, I do the laundry. He cooks, he cleans, he do the dishes, he do the laundry. We both work, we both pay some of the bills. He paid almost all the bills. But I do contribute sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I be wanting to help pay some bills. But I don't know, I guess the man in him is just like, nah, I gotta take care of the house.
Yeah.
So, I make my own car payment and my bike payment, and I help him with the car insurance, and I pay our cell phone bill. But everything else he takes care of. And I do that by choice because I feel like I wanna feel like I'm contributing, even though I know I ain't got to because he can. But I wanna feel like I'm contributing to the finances in this household. But we don't have gender roles because we both do everything.
Yeah, that's because we really don't either, because Mama kind of taught. My mom didn't have any girls. She had until night she came home. It was all just boys. So she taught us all that stuff. Like we had to do our stuff because she wasn't going to clean up behind
3 boys.
4 men in the house. Three boys and her husband. She
right.
wasn't going to cook and clean, and that's it. Like she wasn't going to do all that by herself. So she taught us how to cook a little bit, and we had to learn how to wash our clothes and do the dishes. And we used to fight by doing the dishes. So eventually that stuff, carry on. Even as an adult, like it just like second nature because you're used to doing it at an early age. So it's kind of the same thing now. Like, because really, if you have gender roles, you can probably stress the other person out. Like,
yeah.
Like I can, like if I did nothing but work, but I've been like a real nasty person, come leave my clothes all over the place, and expect her to wash all the clothes and clean up all the dishes and mop up and sweep. Like she probably get stressed out. Like,
yeah.
And then it'd be the same thing. Like if I have to work and pay all the bills, and don't have money for other stuff,
that's stressful.
That can probably stress me out. So that's why we kind of
keep a balance.
Yeah, do a little bit of everything to got bile. Most of the times if she cook, I'll try to wash dishes unless I got some other stuff going on. But if she cook, I'll wash dishes or
vice versa.
You know, stuff like that. Or if she about to cook, I'll probably be in the kitchen sweeping up. Probably be the way really sometimes.
Yeah. But I appreciate your help.
No, Neva said, Kendra said your mama taught y'all how to fry bologna.
Now you know,
Kendra ain't got no sense, boy. All right, so tell me a misconception about marriage.
Well, one misconception, like she said earlier, is that and people think that so much with us, and it makes me sick because they think, oh, you can't go out because you married, or y'all don't do because we spend so much time together. People think we don't do anything outside of our marriage, like just because we travel together a lot, like we don't hang out with other people, like friends and family. But yeah, we love to be around each other, but we not
Velcro.
in each other. Yeah, we not stuck together 24/7. Like, yeah, we do have, social life outside of just us as much as we want, like to spend time with each other. But that's one misconception I think people have. Like, they think because you married, you got to be around a person 24/7, or you don't. Yeah, you're like your social life is done. Yeah.
I had broke something. That's why I made that face. But that's why I get playing stuff. One of the misconceptions for me in our marriage, and I learned how to deal with this from watching my mama. But one of the misconceptions is that you gotta necessarily ask for permission for stuff. I don't know where that came from, but there's been times when some coworkers or some of my friends would be like, "Well, ask Marcus if it's okay if you."
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't even put my bunny up. Ask Marcus. I'm grown. I'm a whole grown woman out here in these streets. I'm 31 years old, and I'm fully capable of making decisions on my own. Now, I'm going to run it by him just for the sake of
courtesy.
Respect, right. It's respect. I have enough respect for my marriage that I'm going to run it by him, but I ain't going to ask for permission. And that's just the type of person that I am, because I tell people all the time, I've been working since I was 15 years old, and I know how to get what I want when I want it. I'm a hustler. I've been doing this for 16 years now. A hustler, man.
I just thought you should know.
More than half my age. So, asking for permission is a big misconception in a relationship. I don't ask for permission for nothing, so you don't have to tell me to ask Marcus, can I? I don't have to ask Marcus, can I? But I'm going to run it by him and say, babe, the girls think about doing X, Y, Z. Okay? And if he has any objections to it, he will tell me, well, I don't think that's a good idea because da-da-da-da-da-da.
Right.
And then I have to decide, well, is his reason for me not doing it important enough for me to miss it? And then I make that choice. That's a big misconception in marriage.
But they say all Aquariuses do that anyway.
That might have to do with it.
They say all of us do that. I don't think it's true, but I do agree. I can run it by you, and I can get your opinion.
Right.
And Leanne probably gonna get me for that statement later, but it's all good. But okay, so
I'm gonna run it by you.
Hello. All right, so y'all give us a final word on marriage.
No matter what your husband or your wife, no matter what y'all might be going through as a couple or how y'all might be growing together, stay true to who you are. Stay true to yourself, and don't ever lose sight of the main goal. And if you have plans, or if you have goals in sight, or if you have things that you want to accomplish in your life individually, don't ever stop striving for that. Don't ever stop, and don't let nobody tell you what you can and cannot do, even if it is your husband. Like, I always wanted to host a TV show, and I always see myself on camera hosting a talk show. If that was something that Marcus did not agree with, he would have to sit to the sideline while I host my show, because that's always been a dream of mine, and I refuse to let anybody put a damper on my parade. So stay true to yourself, keep your goal. If it doesn't compromise your relationship, or if it doesn't affect your marriage in any way negatively, then I say shoot for the stars and keep pushing towards your goal. So stay true to yourself.
Marcus?
Advice I have is probably be open-minded to what the other person has to say, how they feel. Because you never know, what's going on and what could make and break relationship. So I said be open-minded and be supportive.
Oh yeah.
Because if you, like she said, she had her dreams and stuff she wanted to do, and every time she ran it by me and like, yeah, I want to do my show or whatever, and I never support anything. I just say that ain't gonna work. That ain't a good idea. No, that wouldn't be good. That can mess up my relationship because I'm not being supported. Now I could say I like the idea, but I don't think it's a good time, or maybe you should do a different approach, or maybe you should wait a little later. But being supportive, and like we kind of saying transparent is all that kind of go together. So I'll kind of really go back to communication, really, just because you just gotta have an understanding, a common ground, kind of be open to the other person's feelings, so you can know. I guess where they're coming from.
One more thing before you sign it off, I meant to say this in the beginning, but because you had asked us about if we had talked about marriage or something like that.
Right.
For the single people out there, at some point in your life, you're gonna have to say, okay, get your hand off my money. At some point, you're gonna have to say, I'm gonna stop thotting and tricking, and I'm gonna be, with just one person. Find your lane and stay in it. If you want to thought for the rest of your life, then stay a thought for the rest of your life. But if you eventually want to become someone's wife, then you need to start acting like a wife. And when I say acting like a wife, look it up. Look at other people's relationship and ask them, like, how do you do this and how do you do that? Like, the fact that you even brought us onto the show, we definitely appreciate it because you've been around us in person, so you know the things that we put on Facebook, it ain't no fake, it ain't no fronting.
Right.
You can see some people post up on the internet and you be like, nah, they know they ain't like that for real. But everybody who know us knows that what you see is what you get. We just as real as it comes.
All the time.
And, I just want to say that don't rush it. Like, for the single people out there, if you want to be single for the rest of your life, that's fine. But if marriage is the goal, you need to start playing that role right now in your relationship right now. But don't talk about it until you feel like you're done with the plan, you're done with the games, and you for sure are ready to settle down, because you don't want to put any pressure on your boyfriend or your girlfriend and make them think that we got to get married. Oh, well, we don't get married next week, then she gonna be mad, so we might as well just break up. Don't put that type of pressure on them. Let it come naturally, because it will happen when it's supposed to happen.
And Georgette said, leave others out of your marriage and keep things in the marriage, not public gossip.
Girl, Georgette, I have some bias about that, only because we went to a marriage counselor, and I feel like marriage counseling was very necessary and super, super important. So that's something that you want to keep, you want to be very open when you talking to a counselor. But when it comes down to the public, like you said, with the public gossip, leave the public out your marriage. Just like she said, your mama don't need to know what's going on in your house. Your daddy don't need to know what's going on in your house. If you do have a friend that you can confide in with certain things that I get too deep in it, then okay, get some advice and tips if you need it. But keep people out your business.
Okay, one last thing though.
What's going on in our house?
So we didn't discuss financials. Who manages the finances, and how do you determine who manages the finances?
I'm slick with money. I'm real slippery when it comes down to money. He manages the finance because he's better at it. See, me, on the other hand, I can have $100 and I can say, all right, well, the light bill is $20, the car insurance is $30. I'm not being for real, I'm being fake now. So that's $50 in bills. That means I got an extra $50 to spend on crab legs. All right, let me pay the bills. Let me go get $50 with crab legs. Him, on the other hand, he would take the $50 and pay the bills, take 10 and get some crab legs, and the other 40 he gonna save it for the next time. See, I don't know how to save $1. So he manages the finances.
Give Marcus that money. All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all for being on the show today. Again, this is Naisha and Marcus McMillan. And we were so happy to have you today. Again, give them your handles so people can find you if they got questions so they can reach out to you.
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and my website, Nene Terry, NENETERRI.
Nene Terry.
It's Nene Terry in the house.
Hey.
It's Nene Terry in the house. Come on. Okay, but yeah, it's Nene Terry on everything. NENETERRI. That's Big Mac with 2 G's.
Yeah, Big Mac with 2 G's. That's my personal Facebook. But you can find me in St. Louis rolling on dubs.
Smoking them dubs, blowing up like
but,
a
and then same thing on Instagram. And then Marnie Designs on Instagram and Facebook, MARNIDE, well, Designs.
Oh, and the name Marnie Enterprises and Marnie Designs came from our name, Marcus and Naisha. So MAR from Marcus and NI from Naisha. That's where Marnie came from.
FYI, a little bit of
history. All right, y'all. If you want to find our previous recordings, you can look on YouTube, and we'll also share the link later. So if you didn't catch it live, you can also watch it, repost it. So we just ask everybody to repost, share, like, make sure everybody gets the message. And we love y'all. And we out this thing.
We love y'all.
Deuces, cuz.
Thank y'all so much for having us. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for tuning in and putting your commentary. We certainly appreciate it. Always enjoy.
She's so good for me. Mr. Good Stuff, Mrs. Good Stuff. Good love.
Bye, y'all.